All right, so we are here, and off the top, I talked about sitting down with two amazing women, but we have a special guest today. We also have a co-host. Sarah, please introduce yourself, our co-host.
Sarah Ashlee Walker, co-host.
Co-host, Karina LeBlanc. And we're sitting down with Meg, who we know her as another last name. What's her new last name? Just kidding.
I want to say the one.
Don't correct her. Don't correct her.
You got this. DiLeo. I can't do it. DiLeo.
DiLeo. So Meg DiLeo, welcome. Congratulations on being married. Now, do you want to introduce the person sitting next to you?
I sure do. This is my husband, David.
Oh, yeah! How's it feel to say husband?
So weird. Like, it's so weird, but it's very exciting.
So congratulations. What's your first question for the newly married couple?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Pancake is obviously so happy, right? Like, what was Pancake's reaction coming down the aisle? Because I saw that Pancake was being walked. Yes. So what was that like when you saw Pancake coming down the aisle?
That was quite the scene. Yeah, obviously she had a very nice dress on. Walked down the aisle, leading the way right before my new wife.
Oh. So wait, you met his family before you met him? Is that what I heard? What happened here?
So it was my freshman year at Iowa, and we had a summer league that we were forced to do every Wednesday night in this rec center league. And his mom actually drafted me to her team. So his mom coached me that summer, and apparently, I don't remember, but we met because she introduced us. And I remember his family, I remember his brother, I remember his dad, but I have zero recollection of David.
I ran the scoreboard for some of the games.
Yeah.
So I was just at the scores table doing.
So when do you remember meeting her? And was it right away love at first sight?
Maybe not love at first sight.
Wait, this is podcast. So it's like,
At least I remember, though. At least I remember, but yeah, no, I remember those games and going to watch. And like I said, I did scoreboard every week. Yeah, I didn't remember it was Wednesday nights, but I knew it was one night a week. And yeah, at this little rec center in town. And some of the Iowa players and other college players from other colleges in the area would play. And so yeah, I'd go watch games every week. And yeah, I remember Megan being on the team, just a freshman coming into Iowa. So.
She became quite a big deal in Iowa, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So your journeys, you played overseas together. I mean, when I spoke to you last game, you were in one country, meeting her in one country, and then you proposed. Tell us the absolute romantic story that the world is waiting to hear.
You want to tell it?
No, you go ahead. No pressure. Everyone's watching. Like, make sure you give all the little, Do you know this story?
No.
So this was it was last summer. She was playing for Vegas.
Where she won a championship.
She did. So that was a second ring coming, but I had the first ring. So I knew she planned on coming home to Iowa City for All-Star break. So the coming weekend, we were planning on going to a lake house that my cousins and uncle and aunt own, just a couple hours outside of town. But that first day, we were just going to spend time in Iowa City and everything. So I called up her family, her parents, her sister.
Didn't ahead? Did you know?
No idea.
And got them to drive down to Iowa City. My parents and brother live in town, so we had both families there, and I just set up for them we found a spot and set up for them to kind of like hide and stuff, and then
Kind of really small tree. They said that they're like, there's no way to steal.
These small bushes and trees. So they weren't doing the best hiding, but obviously they did good enough because Megan didn't see him. But yeah, I came up with an excuse to get her down. It was right by the river that runs through town. Came up with an excuse to get her down to that area. Got the ring out and got down on one knee.
Tell me about the night before, how I was in Vegas. I was playing.
Oh, yes. So I had this all, I forgot about that. I had this all planned. The whole thing, got her family to drive, like they're planning on coming down in town. And Vegas was kind of struggling at the time. Obviously the season ended up great, but at the time,
And you were the hero.
Very up and down. No. I was almost. I have never been more locked into a game in my life.
Okay.
Because she calls, they're up and down. Coaches aren't happy, and she calls me. She's like, "Yeah."
For the game, yeah.
Even before the
This was the night before we were at Dallas.
She goes, "Yeah, Coach Becky isn't too happy with us. She's saying, if we lose to Dallas, like we all have to get on this plane,
Go back to Vegas,
and we're canceled. Like we're not getting a break and all this." Because she had a flight that next morning from Dallas straight to Iowa.
I did.
And I'm over here like, well, you have to come to Iowa. I have major plans. And so that's why, I have never been more locked into a game. I'm over here in my living room.
We were up 20 at one point, but then we were
up 20. Dallas came back to tie it in the fourth.
He's freaking out.
I was freaking out, but they did win. They did eat their break. Everything worked out.
And she got her first ring.
And she did.
Co-hosts, what you got?
I mean, obviously this is a new chapter in y'all's lives. That's so exciting. I think for me, like, what are y'all looking forward to the most about like marriage in general? And just obviously, you dated each other's fiancés and stuff like that, but being married now, that is a different label, that is a different meaning. So what do y'all think about that?
I was just saying it to a lot of people because I've been asked, similar questions. And I think just being normal, like every day, being around each other, supporting each other. We want to be, because we've had a lot of long distance we've dealt with, like playing in different countries, playing across the country from each other. And so we plan on being with each other a lot more. So for example, he's here with me in Portland. He's going to be here until he has to report to his upcoming team in Turkey in a couple weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. And then I'm going to obviously finish up here in Portland, and then I'm going to go over and support him in Turkey. So we're definitely planning a lot more like being in person and being actual husband and wife where we don't have to be on the phone all the time. Right. So I would say I'm most excited about that. That's awesome.
What's the first thing you did as a couple in Portland?
First thing, what did we do?
Is it right here?
Goodness.
You're going to the spa at Cascada?
I mean, maybe this is it. Like we're going to Cascada Spa. That's today.
You guys, the first real actual
adventure,
just and like meals and dates like that. I'd say we went to the waterfall.
We did Horsetail Falls.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Could you see the horsetail?
There's a horse, like the. I guess the waterfall itself is the horsetail.
I was gonna say I didn't.
All right, so to end with you, what has been special about watching her and them play in Portland and how Portland shows up for women's sports?
I think it's just amazing, the atmosphere for all the home games. Mm-hmm. When you guys started the season, I was still in France finishing up my season, so I was watching on TV and stuff, and the crowd pop on all the big buckets started with you.
Right. Speaking of,
very first win, but no, that comes through the TV really well. But then, so I was obviously very excited to get to my first home game in person, and see it for myself. And the Portland fans don't disappoint every game. They show up, they show out, and cheer you guys on regardless. So that's been very cool to see. And it's been very cool to see the success they've had compared to the preseason expectations. I know everyone says don't read the headlines, but I'm sure you guys saw some. But kind of proving some of the people wrong, and everyone kind of improving based on previous seasons and the production they've made for other teams. They've kind of stepped up into new roles and been able to find success here in Portland.
What are you most proud of her so far this season?
I think just what she's been able to produce and what she's been able to bring to the team. I've seen a lot of the behind the scenes of the hard work that's gone in, and so for her to get the opportunity and to take full advantage of it has been amazing to watch.
And what's one thing nobody knows about her that we not know about her?
One thing that no.
Well, maybe there are others. Maybe she knows. I'm coming with you with this question, co-host. One thing about Megan.
One thing about Megan?
She's giving you the side tilt look. Oh,
on the spot. Also saying, you just took some I'd say she's a little bitsy at times.
I know you know that.
She is. So,
You want to give an example?
We were just talking about it today with like logistics. Like sometimes I don't take those things into account.
yeah, she gets very excited about things, and she gets very, impulsive and like wants to do all this, and like she doesn't really think like, she's like, oh, I can fit this in, this in. I'm like, well, it takes time to drive there, and then it's gonna take time to drive there. She's like, oh yeah, I'll do this till 4:30, and then we can start this at 4:30. It's like, what about the 10 minutes it takes you in between to get to those places?
She's Superwoman. Well, thank you so much for joining our show, right? Any closing thoughts?
I'm just so happy for y'all. I mean, seriously. Just her smiling and just her being able to show up every single day. Like, I know that she wouldn't be able to do what she does if it wasn't for you and just having the support that you support her as her teammate. I just want to say thank you because that means a lot to me and our team. And I'm sure it's hard for y'all to be like separated and everything at times just because of distance. But I just pray for y'all's marriage and pray that it's just successful and love moving forward.
Hey. Well done, David. Thank you so much. Well, that was a blast. Thank you to my co-host, Sarah Ashlee Barker, because she didn't plan on it. But tune in because we're going to have the real conversation coming up where we get into them as players, trust, chemistry, the season so far, faith, family, and all the things. So tune in because that's an episode you don't want to miss.